what I wanted to make with this one, which was more of a like general love song, zoomed out perspective on love, instead of like, obviously it has one personal meaning to me, but like I think in the lyrics I kind of wanted to sort of like tackle that as a challenge. And I think I hadn't written until then like that type of straight down the line love song. And I think like to reflect on that, the reason is because I didn't feel like I was like equipped enough as a songwriter to be able to do that type of thing up until when I wrote that song. I really don't like personally finding out what an artist has written their lyrics about, because it takes away the magic for me, because I think, well, that's not what that's about to me. Because sometimes I think, a more general lyric is better because it means more people can connect to it and it's more open. And sometimes I think, no, more specific lyric is better because it's like pointing out a small detail or something. And really, like, I think it's quite good to have both. They're like very much been worked and reworked, and that's just kind of like how it was with this record, which isn't always the way that I write. I don't know, my lyrics were more abstract in the past, and I think I wanted to like hone in on being able to do more
literal
songwriting, which actually I find like personally harder. Like I find it easier to sort of like make some cool images.
Rosa, thanks so much for joining us on The Hardest Part.
Thanks so much for having me.
So the audience are about to hear the track you just played for us in the studio, but maybe you could introduce the song and tell us a little bit about why you picked it as the hardest part.
So what I'm going to be playing is Halfway Around the World, which is a song off my album, and my album's called Tell Me It's a Dream. Picked it, well, lots of reasons really. I guess the lyrics were the bit that I found the hardest part, and they took like a really long time to get right, and I wrote the rest of the song, and then I tried to write the lyrics, and then I sort of, well, they were like all right, but with lyrics I know when I've hit on the ones that I actually feel are like exactly right for the song. And then I spent like about a year and a half just sort of living my life, I guess.
So the song took a long time,
over 18 months. That's the case with all of the songs on the record. Like they're like very much been worked and reworked, and that's just kind of like how it was with this record, which isn't always the way that I write. But I think like for this song and some of the others as well, like it's almost like meant that I could take like quite an accumulation of all these experiences and like put it into what I wanted to make with this one, which was more of a like general love song, zoomed out perspective on love, instead of like, obviously it has one personal meaning to me, but like I think in the lyrics I kind of wanted to sort of like tackle that as a challenge. And I think I hadn't written until then like that type of straight down the line love song. And I think like to reflect on that, the reason is because I didn't feel like I was like equipped enough as a songwriter to be able to do that type of thing up until when I wrote that song. Because I think like, I don't know, do I even use the word love in the song? I don't know. I think there's certain words can't remember. I think there's certain words that like as a songwriter, like you have to be like at a certain level to be able to do them justice, basically, or like certain like ideas. And that's kind of what I wanted to try and do with this song.
Why didn't you think you were equipped?
Well, that's not coming from a like self-deprecating way. It's more just like, I don't know, my lyrics were more abstract in the past, and I think I wanted to like hone in on being able to do more
literal
songwriting, which actually I find like personally harder. Like I find it easier to sort of like make some cool images. And I guess it's like in the style of this song as well, with it being more of a like classic like structurally, and I also wanted to write a song that would sound good on just one instrument, because usually when I'm writing, the production sort of comes along with the lyrics at the same time, and it's like both of the production is informing the lyrics, and it's all like a big mesh of one thing. I've never sat down and I still haven't just like picked up a guitar and written a song like that. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, that'd be well intimidating for me. But I wanted, like, with this song and quite a lot of the others on the record, to be able to have a song that would translate to that and be like good enough at the core to be able to just be played, like, I guess in the way that it has been in this session, which is good. And that's not to say that that's like what makes a good song. It's just that was kind of the challenge that I wanted to set myself. I think, of like doing something different or more like songwritery. Okay, so what is the song about? It's about like specific personal things to me, but in general, like, I want people to just put their own meaning on it. And I'd say it's like a love song on a zoomed out perspective of love, and like the halfway around the world thing is also, it's not just a love song as well, but like, the halfway around the world thing is about like dreaming halfway around the world, as in like, I don't know, being in your imagination and like daydreaming and like feeling like you're halfway around the world. But it's also about like how far that like those feelings of love can take you, like halfway around the world. And I don't know, I guess I like the idea that it's like all kind of existing out there, and I sort of, it's also about a journey, and like picturing that as being like, I guess a sort of light, like I picture the song as being like a light, like going through a journey, which is kind of also what it was about. It's kind of like, it's about so many things.
So you mentioned your songwriting process is often quite elongated. You don't just pick up a guitar, sing the song immediately and it's there. And I have a lot of these conversations with people where it's actually the opposite, and it's actually a really struggle, and there's a whole process behind keeping something relevant for such a long time for them.
Oh yeah.
And I always find it really interesting, like, how you approach that process, because 18 months, 2 years, however long, you're going to change a lot. The world changes around you, environments change around you, relationships come and go, all these different things, and you can be a very different person fundamentally even after that amount of time. So how do you keep that songwriting process alive and relevant to you over such a long period of time?
I mean, it's not always that way. Like, more recently I've sat down and written a song much quicker, but I guess like maybe there's something special to me about the fact that with this record it was like over a big expanse of time, and I was able to put those experiences into it and feel like the lyrics that still feel relevant over a period of time are probably the good ones, the ones that still stick, and can relate to like something new in your life that still happened.
Over my head, I saw the clouds carrying memories across the town. You right here, you shore within the sky, when I felt like a sunset for a frightening world. You look at me in a place where all the songs must live. To me a spark from all the Christmases. I can't believe the things we saw today. Halfway round the world here, and don't you know how you flew me? What if that could dance right through me? I'll let you know where you are, and it's as great as that. Long can it last?
You mentioned that when you were writing the lyrics, you know immediately when they are the right ones. Talk us through that, because, you know, I mean, I'm not a lyricist, thank God. And what's really interesting is, like, how do you know when it's doing, you know, the concept justice, the subject matter justice?
Yeah, I guess it's something that feels right and it clicks. And, like, I've spent a lot of time, like, over these last few years or however long I've been writing songs, these few decades, thinking, like, what makes a good lyric. And, like, I don't think there's necessarily, like, a criteria for that. And a lot of the time it's just what resonates with, like, a certain feeling of the moment. And it's also about, like, how you're able to translate and sing that. And if you connect to it, then you're going to sing it in a way where people are going to connect to it. And, like, yeah, I've definitely had very different, like, oh, this is what makes a good lyric, has to be, like, clever wordplay or something. It doesn't, like, sometimes that makes a worse lyric. Like, it's all about the positioning of it. But I think my best lyrics are ones that I've naturally sung out as I'm writing the melodies. Like, yeah, and the Halfway Around the World is an example. Like, when I was writing that and I came up with the melody Halfway Around the World, I just sung it out in those lyrics, and then that informed the whole rest of the song. And, like, that's always going to be, like, the thing that sounds most natural sung to that melody. And then my brain's come up with that itself, of thinking, like, this is what the song's about, and then I can, like, sit down more and fill in the gaps of, like, making the plot and the storyline. But then I've also realised that, to me, my songs have got, like, a very succinct storyline and plot, and, like, to everyone else, you couldn't follow that. Like, and again, it's like, yeah, it's interesting thinking about what makes it good, because I'm like, well, that doesn't fit with the plot. No one else has got the plot. It's fine. People just, like, pick out lyrics that they resonate with, I think, when they're listening to a song.
Yeah. Well, when you listen to other music, what do you define as, like, a lyric that really hits with you?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing that I spend a lot of time thinking about, because I really tune into other people's lyrics. Like, it's one of the things that I listen to most, and that it can be anything. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's just the way that it hits. And, like, yeah, because sometimes I think, oh, more general lyric is better because it means more people can connect to it and it's more open. And sometimes I think, no, more specific lyric is better because it's, like, pointing out a small detail or something. And really, like, I think it's quite good to have both. But for the chorus, like, I guess, hopefully in a song like Halfway Around the World, people will be able to find something about that phrase to connect to. And that's why I don't want to spend too much time saying, oh, this phrase is about this phrase is about that. Because, like, that can actually take away from people's connection. I really don't like, personally, finding out what an artist has written their lyrics about, because it takes away the magic for me, because I think, well, that's not what that's about to me. So, oh, that's a shame.
You said that you don't normally sort of write from a literal point of view, and this record was like like one of the first times you've explored writing in that kind of way. If that was me, that would terrify me. Because I think I always, whenever I listen to an artist where the lyrics do seem more literal, I think, fucking hell, that's brave.
Yeah.
Like, I would want to, like, clad it with all this sort of, like, nuance and stuff like that. So, yeah, what was that process like? Was it hard putting yourself out there so literally?
I think because of the fact that when I'm writing songs, there is no part of my brain these days that's thinking anyone else is going to hear them, really. Or, like, I don't know, other than, like, people that are close to me. Like, I'm able to think about those people because they're people that exist in my immediate world. I'm not able to think about the idea that, like, anybody in the general public could listen if they wanted to, which is the point of releasing music. But because I'm just, like, sitting in my house, not really considering that anyone else out there could be hearing it, which I guess makes the songs better.
Halfway round the world, round the world, round the world. same time. When it's in your voice, I'll believe in it. And we're almost there, and we almost kissed. So lost in this, please throw the lots, don't rest. Caught up in some excruciating happiness. You look at me from halfway down the bar, halfway round the world, here. And do you know how you flew me? What if that could dance right through me? I'll let you know, where you are. Great is that, how long can it last?
I like to finish all these interviews with the same question, and one of my favourite things about speaking to artists and getting to do these sessions really personally, there's only handfuls in the room when you do them, is when we're setting up and stuff like that, you can sometimes have a chat about sort of some of the nuances in a song which can really change the meaning for the listener. And it came from this place where I really didn't like this song that everyone said that was really great, and then I heard an interview of the artist explaining a little bit about these nuances in the vocal delivery and a few single lyrics.
What was the song?
I can't say.
Go on.
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
And afterwards, when I listened to it, I was like, oh, this might be one of my favourite of their songs. It changed so much, just these small nuances.
Yeah.
So the audience are about to hear the session you just did for us. Is there any small lyric you'd like them to pick up on, or any nuance in sort of how you deliver the song that's going to change the way that they perceive it?
So yesterday when I was preparing for this session, I thought I'd better practice singing. I practiced, and then I thought, because of the fact that this is a different version to like anything that we've done before with just Darcy playing the guitar and me singing, like usually we'd do it with bass and drums as well, and like some strings on track and that. So yeah, it got to the end, and usually I also play electric guitar, and I was going to do like my guitar solo, but then I thought, scrap the electric guitar, let's just focus on the vocal. And then there was a bit of space towards the end of the song where I should have been playing guitar, so I thought, I'm just going to write another bit. So this was yesterday, and I thought, like, yeah, that it was quite nice, because to me it was like a reflection of the song still lasting, and like how I was feeling about it now. So like when I'm saying in the song, how long can it last, basically, I like the idea that whatever like this feeling is still out there somewhere halfway around the world. And yeah, that's quite nice, because like a song is a really good way of having something that's going to be eternal and last forever. So like, yeah, what I'm singing about at the end is like it being still there.
Rosa, thanks so much for joining us on The Hardest Part.
Thank you so much for having me.